He has a gun!
Hey!
Cut it out! Cut it out! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
You're watching Prime Dispatch, real police body cam footage and critical incidents. Officers responded to what seemed like another domestic violence call, but within seconds, the situation exploded into a deadly confrontation. On this night, officers were dispatched after a mother called 911 reporting that her daughter had allegedly been assaulted during a domestic dispute. According to the caller, tensions inside the home had escalated, and she feared the situation could become dangerous. When officers arrived on scene, they attempted to separate everyone involved and gather information about what had happened. At first, officers tried to keep the interaction calm and controlled. As with most domestic violence calls, officers needed to determine whether anyone was injured, whether a crime had occurred, and whether the suspect posed an immediate threat. Bodycam footage shows officers asking the man routine questions while attempting to assess his behavior. But investigators say the suspect appeared increasingly agitated as the conversation continued. Domestic disturbance calls are often considered some of the most unpredictable situations officers respond to, because emotions are already running high before police even arrive. As officers continued questioning him, the atmosphere quickly shifted. The suspect began making movements that immediately caught the officers' attention. You can hear commands becoming louder and more urgent as officers attempted to gain control of the situation. At this point, officers appear to believe the suspect may be reaching for a weapon. Within moments, the encounter turned into a life-or-death situation. Warning: the following footage may be disturbing to some viewers. As officers moved in to stop him, the suspect suddenly pulled out a handgun. Officers immediately gave repeated commands and attempted to prevent him from raising the weapon. Seconds later, one officer fired his weapon, striking the suspect. The entire confrontation unfolded in just moments, leaving almost no time for anyone to react. After the shooting, officers quickly secured the firearm and began rendering aid while additional units and medical personnel responded to the scene. Bodycam footage captures the chaotic moments immediately afterward as officers attempted to stabilize the suspect. As is standard procedure in officer-involved shootings, the scene was locked down and investigators were called in. Investigators later reviewed bodycam footage, witness statements, and physical evidence to determine exactly what occurred. Cases involving domestic violence and firearms are especially dangerous due to the speed at which situations can escalate. Officials would later examine whether the officers' actions complied with department policy and state law. At the time of release, authorities stated the investigation remained ongoing. What began as a domestic violence call ended in a deadly officer-involved shooting within seconds. This footage serves as another reminder of how unpredictable and dangerous these calls can become for everyone involved. What are your thoughts on how officers handled this situation? Leave your opinion in the comments below. If you want to see more real police bodycam footage and critical incident breakdowns, subscribe to Prime Dispatch and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.